It is 6 a.m. in the morning, and all here in Miegyina, a rather small community, are rousing to the routine domestic life. The perpetual life cycle of uncertainty in this community is expected to resume this day, just like all other days. "85-year-old J.A. Billy, one of the oldest members of this community, wakes up to a new day with a faint glimmer of hope, nothing to even eat to start the day. According to him, he has had it with the neglect and unfulfilled promises by successive governments, blaming them for their poor standard of living. Abandoned by his family, Billy's impoverished life is characterized by this lifeless and dilapidated structure he lives in. An unfortunate collapse of the structure will end his sorrowful life. Billy's morning ritual includes staring at this abandoned house with pain and asking himself questions if his forlorn expression is anything to go by. The structure belongs to his brother, who abandoned it because he just couldn't bear the hardship again. Life has lost all its meaning to Billy. The same death wish is on the lips of this octogenarian, whose family abandoned the town due to the abject poverty. Mama, as she is affectionately called, has not only given up on life, but even death. A life lived here in Miegyina, the estranged community from the mainland in the Jomoro district of the western region, could best be described as primitive. Cluttered settlement layout made of mud and thatch. Only a few of the buildings are partially plastered. Basic social amenities such as potable water is non-existent. However, in the heart of the woods is this contaminated pond, Bulazo, the only source of water serving the community. Nightfall is the bane of the residents of Miegyina. They dread it like a disease because it renders the community pitch black in the absence of electricity. There is also no CHIPS compound. Locals have to journey miles to Benin, the next town, for proper health care. This difficult situation of the inaccessible road connecting the seemingly isolated community is equally a heartache for the residents.
Yeah, hi, and it says, be yard serious. Nasi and your muta in the park on you do criminal. Nah, well, and no kind of quite, your quite a bush of quite. And I don't pony and you're quite near slow, young console and ye, and Tiamoapa.
Miegyina has two endpoints, and this route is the community's favorite. Following news report in 2017 highlighting the economic hardship of the community, particularly the road, an NGO promised to fix the road, but after grading and widening the route, they never returned. Another endpoint to the community is to wade through the Amanzule River and then continue trekking through the woods for several minutes. With just a little above 300 in population, the demographic makeup of Miegyina is typified by the elderly and children. The youth, who form the active percentage of the population, have abandoned the town owing to the abject poverty they grapple with. The few remaining are equally anxious to leave.
Light in here, Bibia in here, your man. So I'm why I and so you two minimum boys in you see, you 2 years a chinapo.
Na doso pa na ha na me sa ho kire nti. Se ina ya free ha na me nsuo no ekwan nti.
Miegyina is a polling station in the Jomoro district. They are part of the Ghanaian voters who vote to elect leaders to lift them out of their wretched life. But this hope is quickly becoming a dream each passing day. Sub-Chief of Miegyina, Nana Akechi, is frustrated by the situation.
Abato dra munyina moba. Ninyina yatwa ba. Party bia ba. Okwa no o mebiem. Ye ba kodisi ho MC yakon ho afasini. And so unfair.
GH1 News' report on the unavailability of a school almost 2 years ago roused some modicum of sympathy in a philanthropist to construct the 6-unit classroom block with a teacher's office. Sadly, the project stalled. The district office of the Ghana Education Service also responded to the report by transferring a teacher to the community. While earlier teachers posted to the community fled due to the conditions there, Nicholas Mensah promised to take up the challenge to teach amidst the huge inconvenience.
I made my mind that those who are in this town, I will start them from KG. So when you go to the school, 8 years, 9 years, 11 years, I started them from KG1, and then we moved to KG2, and then we are now in class 1.
I for insect.
I for insect.
10-year-old Stephen Ewuza dreams of becoming a nurse if Nicholas remains in the community and the sorry state of the school is fixed. This might just be possible. But at the moment, Stephen's dream is uncertain as he remains unhappy about the situation. Kingsley Mlinwa, a close friend to Stephen, is unhappy about his friend's dilapidated school.
Here is not good, and the school crumble. That's is not fine.
Each day lived in this estranged land is a test to one's survival. The ones with little or no option at all stay to bear the stifling condition. But the weak demolish or simply abandon their homes, including their families, never to return. A report by the Ghana Statistical Service, Living Standard Survey Round 7 on Ghana's poverty profile based on 2017-2018 population projection, a total of 6.8 million people were reported poor, while 2.4 million people were captured extremely poor and living on only $1 a day. Ghana was one of the few sub-Saharan African countries to meet the Millennium Development Goal 1 to sought to eradicate poverty and hunger by 2015. However, the current Sustainable Development Goal 1, which equally seeks to end poverty in all its forms everywhere by 2030, deep poverty remains in most rural areas, especially in the 3 northern regions. In urban areas where poverty incidence has seen some substantial decline, greater disparities and inequalities are being noticed. Poverty has many dimensions, but its causes include lack of education, low productivity of work, low income, social exclusion, and high vulnerability of certain populations to disaster and diseases. The living conditions in Miegyina could be said to have fallen short of the SDG goals 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, and particularly 1.
And after the day has ended with nothing much to be appreciative of, the night can only be the perfect time where these vulnerable ones sleep away their sorrows and pain, and with the break of a new dawn surely will resonate amongst them their plight. And if nothing substantive is done to alleviate them from their abject poverty, many or the few left will continue to flee the town, leaving only the young and the old holding on to their hopes and dreams as dark as the night. Joshua Nana Kwame, GH1 News, Miegyina.